All right. Well, despite technical difficulties and camera dust and all the things, we are on and ready to go to talk about April. And I'm really excited that you're on. Some of you are catching this recording. I know you weren't able to hop on tonight. But the last week of the month was a lot of fun in March. And I think it's because we were all working towards the same goals. And I think for a lot of people, like it clicked, like, oh, when I am doing this and when I am showing up, it was just a reality check for me too, because I was in my back office for a week straight because I had a goal to re-rank Emerald and I really wanted that red light mask. It's a top of the line red light mask and I didn't want to pay for it. I wanted it for free. And so all through the last 2 weeks, I hustled more in the last 2 weeks than I did the first 2 weeks, and that's on me. But I want to take that now, and I want to take what I was doing those last 2 weeks, and I'm like, hey, if I do this from April 1st, I'm going to see growth. I'm going to hit goals because I know when you get into action, that action is what breeds motivation. You might be sitting here at the end of the month, maybe you had a great month, or you can relate to this. Have you ever had a month and it was so good and you're like, yes, like I'm feeling motivated. I'm entering this next month. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to show up. I'm going to grow. I'm going to re-rank or I'm going to rank. Um, but then like things kind of quiet down, right? We wait sometimes for motivation to get into action, but it's actually the opposite. You have to get into action, and that action creates motivation because you start to see the results and you start to see the needle move. So if you're waiting to feel motivated, you will never get to the point where you're like, all right, let's go, let's do this. And it lasts. Okay. To get there, you've got to get into action. And so we're going to talk about real quick just the incentives and the things that are going on this month. And then I've created like an action. It's April, I don't know, April action something or other list. And you don't have to use this, but if you want to see momentum and growth for yourself and your team this month, if you do these things daily, you will see growth. Okay. So they're just action steps. You could use a different IPA sheet if you wanted to. You don't have to use this one, but I wanted to make it super simple. And there are prizes when you do. So let's take a look first at this month's incentives. I need to change the view. I want to see all of you. Okay. So this month, have y'all seen the incentives? One of them kind of made me laugh a little bit. So the incentives include enroll. It's like last month, either enroll 6 or enroll 3 plus develop a silver, and you get either a custom Plexus Levi jacket. I this is a weird one to me a little bit. Maybe it's like the hip thing. I don't know. Maggie, is that like trendy right now for your your crew?
Is it like a jean jacket, like a
Yeah.
Levi jeans
But
jacket?
and it has like patches and it's like custom plexus.
Yeah, I would say that's more trendy than it was like a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's one of the prizes you can choose from, or you can choose, and it's actually a great brand from, is it Calpac, right? Calpac is the brand. I want to say Calgon,
Oh,
but
I
it's
thought you
Calpac.
got both.
You do. You do get both. Yeah. Okay. And the suitcase, it's a nice suitcase. Also, you can also, if you want, they will give you patches you can put on your suitcase, or you could not put the patches on your suitcase if that's not your thing. I think the idea is we show up in Dallas with all of our jackets and suitcases coming in that are like customized to us. So you can do with it what you want. But those are the prizes this month. Also, $1 enrollment for new VIPs with a 100 PV order. Okay. They do have to have a 100 PV order for that $1 enrollment. And every Friday this month for new and existing customers, they are having a flash sale on certain products. We don't know what they are, but every Friday, okay, I guess it's Plexus birthday. Is that right? 17th birthday? Yeah. So they're going to be these products every Friday flash sale. Certain products will be 17% off each Friday. So on Fridays, you'll want to be on top of that, especially kind of getting an idea. Maybe you have some customers who really like certain products that you can let them know those are going up on sale. And also just something to share every Friday. You know that that's something you share up in your stories or make a post that these products are 17% off today, flash sale, one day only, whatever. Um, okay. Also, okay, there's Erica. It is the last month for convention contest. Also, the re-rank refresh is still going on this month. Okay. Sunny, would I put you on the spot to explain that any? That would be putting you on the spot. Okay. It's kind of, there's a lot to it. Kind of, not really, but it's certain ranks you're growing by a certain amount with new growth. So yeah.
The way I understand it is basically do what you're already doing, rank to your rank, and you're going to get double bonuses. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Just rank
Yeah.
back up to what you were, and you're going to get the bonus either again if you re-rank to the rank that you lost, or if you're ranking to that rank again, you're basically going to get maybe a double bonus. That's the part that I get hazy on.
Okay. So essentially you're going for either your next rank or re-rank right now for those extra bonuses. Okay. Am I missing anything? $1 enrollment, luggage, jean jacket. I think I covered them all. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot to put something on that page. Okay, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Because I'm going to show you this little, some of you may have had a chance, some of you maybe didn't even see it at all, but I created just this. Oh, allow Zoom Workplace to share your screen. Oh. So sorry. Let me change. Sorry, guys. I transferred everything to a new MacBook, and apparently there's a security thing. Okay. Zoom said no. Hey, Sunny, any chance you could share your screen? It says I have to restart my Zoom in order to show that now, and I don't want to do that. If not, it's okay.
Uno momento, let me pull it up.
Okay. So what this is I want us to go over together our goals. I want us to talk about our goals for the month together. It doesn't matter if you are brand spanking new and your goal looks like going silver, or if you have been here a minute and like your page and you're wanting to re-rank emerald. But I want us to chat. So you're going to get to talk. So some of you might have to unmute at some point because I want us to talk about it because I want us to do this together as a team. It's so much more fun. Here's the deal. When Sunny pulls this up, you'll see it's the same checklist. It's a weekly checklist. It's not a daily, it's a weekly checklist. And you're going through and, making business posts. We're going to talk about some of those business posts in a minute. Making a product post, listening to a podcast. I put that on there because I think it's a great way to stay motivated is to be listening to people who are pouring into you. It can be a 13-minute podcast or an hour podcast. It's up to you. I'm happy to give suggestions on some podcasts that I find very helpful. And there are some prizes each week. If you check off each list, you go into a drawing for some fun prizes that I'm also going to show you. I just shared those on the team page. Yay. Thank you, Sunny. Okay. So let's look at the top of this first. So if you can print this off in the next 24 hours, if you haven't already, and these 3 pages will just keep us organized for the month. And we'll all kind of be working in the same way. Again, you don't have to use this. You can use another IPA. But first up, I want you to grab pen and paper if you don't have this printed out, because I didn't get it up until a few hours ago. So grab some pen and paper. Go ahead and unmute yourself because I want us to talk as we go through this. This is not like a me thing. This is like all of us thing. And I want you to think for a second about your point goal for April. Now, you have to know where you ended in March to really be able to set a good goal for April. So to find that, you can go back into your back office. You just want to see where your points ended. So you can go to points and rank up, and you can look at the bar graphs, and it shows you where you are in April and where you ended March on that bar graph. So go take a look if you need to, but I want to know, where are your point goals for April? I'll start. My goal for April is 2,000 points, which is a growth of just a little over 400 points. Who else?
Mine is 1,550, which is a growth of 200 points.
Okay.
I put mine
You just giggle
down.
at that?
What?
Did somebody giggle at that? Lauren?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll shut
No.
up.
I thought that was a great goal. No.
Okay, mine is to re-rank gold at 100. Is it 100 for gold?
Yep.
So re-rank gold at 100 points, and that is an increase of 33 points for me.
Awesome, Maggie. I love that. Okay. Also, don't be intimidated if you're like, wow, I ended at 0 points. That is okay. There is no shame. We all started at 0, right? So we're all in different places. So don't be intimidated by this either. All right, who else?
I think mine should have been probably 0. So mine would just be getting, I know I
Trying
got
to find myself. Oh, there I am.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hold on.
okay.
Jill, sorry.
Sorry.
I think there's confusion. Morgan was right in the middle. I think probably it closed out your thing. And then we're gonna
Oh,
hop over to
sorry.
you. Is that cool? Okay.
Sure.
So I think mine was 0. I was trying to get logged in, but I'm trying to get to like the email I get is to get at least 18. So that's my goal, is to get 18 points at least.
I love it. Awesome. 18 points and you'll be back to silver. Have you hit silver? You hit silver, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
so ranking.
It's for like the refresh or something fast. Yeah.
Yes, awesome. I love that, Morgan. Good job.
Yep.
All right, Jill, what about you?
Okay, so it says I'm at 4 points.
Okay.
No.
For this
And
month or
so-
last month?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you see where you go to, if you go under business and you go to points and rank up?
Oh, I didn't go there. Hang on. Let me
That's okay.
have to go back.
It's one of the points and rank ups, one of the options on your the menu. We can come back to you, so we're not putting you on the spot, Jill. You want us to come back? Okay, we'll come back. Who else? Arca, I see you over there. Carolyn, Erica.
Hello.
Yes, Carolyn.
Hey, I don't have a point goal. My goal this month is just to figure out, how and if I'm going to dedicate myself to this.
Okay. Okay. And you and I can talk about what that looks like for you and what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Erica, girl, are you there?
Well, I'll go.
Okay.
Well, if your goal is 400 more points, then
Yeah.
I'm at least gonna have to be at 3,670. So my goal is actually to get back to diamond, which is 4,500, but I'm gonna shoot for 4,000
Yep.
this month. There you go. That's what I'm shooting for.
I love it. And it's crazy because, like, to me, it's like it'd be crazy to think about 4,000, but also when you're at silver, it's crazy to think about 500. So it feels impossible till you get there. So
I remember once upon a time, Suzanne Clinton was like, are anybody else's points low? Normally on the first of the month, I'm at like 1,500 points. And I just remember being like, like, the first day of the month, you're already
Right.
emerald. Like
Good for you.
I cannot fathom. I'm at like 350, which still feels incredible. But so now I'm like, my bar is here. I'm like, okay, it's possibly emerald on the first day of the month. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Super cool. Love it. All right, Jill, did you find it?
I'm back. Yes.
Yes.
So March I had, which I don't guess it matters now, but had 34 points.
Okay.
So and then April's 4 points. So I had to order this morning come in.
Yeah. Okay. So so you ended at 34 points in March. So where
Mhm.
would you like to end in April?
I like to end at 100 points.
100
but,
points.
I'm going to shoot big. Yeah. But
Yeah.
So
So that'd be gold. That'd be awesome.
that's right.
All right. All right. Erica, we'll try calling Erica again. Erica, do you hear us? So she's got 2 kids. She might be getting down for bedtime too. So she may not be. We might have to come back to her, and that's okay. Okay. We'll catch her when she's back. Okay. I want you to think of one thing that moves the needle in your business that when you do consistently, you see growth or action. And what is one thing that you're like, I can commit to this daily? Also, when I say daily, I usually mean Monday through Friday, but whatever that looks like for you, Monday through Saturday, or maybe you're a nurse and you work Monday, I don't know, whatever it means to you, consistently showing up in what way? What does that look like?
So I'm just jumping in here and going
Please,
first because this
please.
has been heavy on my heart. So
Okay.
at the end of last month, I really got into my back office, and my business is going to look different than, than some of yours. I get that. But I have got to get better at my customer service. I had people still ordering from 2016 that I didn't even realize were still ordering. And then I had people I thought were ordering that weren't ordering. So, yes, it's a lot of people, but that project broadcast for me is just not, it just isn't a good thing. It needs to be me looking in each account, sending the message, and just taking the time to do that.
Yeah.
So I am going to do that this month. I mean, of course, posting and all the other things too, but that's going to be one of my main focuses.
Okay. Back office and customer service. I love it.
I'm kind of the same as Paige. I mean, not to like the extent, but do you guys remember like those Monday check-ins I used to do? Lauren and
Yes.
Paige might remember.
I love seeing them on Instagram.
Yeah, so I mean, the one girl that would send me novels like totally ghosted me, which is hilarious because she's my sister's roommate. But so like I don't have her messages anymore, but then after she stopped replying, because she was kind of like my good content, if you will, I kind of stopped like doing the check-ins, and that not only I think kind of shut down like my close relationship with the people ordering under me, but like checking in with those people also gave me really good opportunities for just like little authentic weekly testimony based content, which I thought was super fun. So probably getting back into that. And then also, 2 of my level 1s are like 10 times more busy than I am. So I thought about also reaching out to my level 2s, like kind of on behalf of them, and just kind of like introducing myself and doing like what you guys have done to me, even though I'm under more so like Betsy. So
I love that. Yeah. I always look forward to your Monday check-ins. In fact, I'm like, that's so smart. I should do that every Monday. That should be the day that I reach out to my customers just because I like doing follow-ups. And so that's a great way to start Monday. So well done.
So I'm going to commit to posting, at least 5 days a week. And then I'm going to, because I have not been as regular in March as I was in February. So they got to do better about that. And then I want to like have I feel like I got lots of I don't know, messages back when I have my face and when I'm doing videos, about the product, about my life or whatever. People they like seeing my face on that Facebook. So, or I even thought about maybe switching platforms and going to Instagram. I'm not really sure. Most of my people are on Facebook, but I know a lot of people have good luck with Instagram. So that's kind of like the,
Go
new
where your
wave.
people are, Jill.
Okay, they're on Facebook. So
Go where your people are.
yeah. So that's what I'll stay there then. So yeah.
Sonny and I had actually been talking about this because I'm kind of thinking about being less concerned with Instagram, not disappearing off Instagram. But like the people that I signed this month they're people that I knew. They're on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
I'm not really tapping into my Instagram right now like I am personal connections that I already have. And so I can't be all the things on both Facebook and Instagram. So I kind of think I'm like going back to Facebook a little bit. But yeah, if you've already got audience there, it's a lot of work to grow your Instagram.
Yeah, I've got an audience at Facebook, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't even touched, half of them, so messaged them, so
Yeah.
I got a lot to do. Yeah.
And my goal is similar to yours. Mine is to post either post or stories daily about Plexus with and equal bits the business as the products. I tend to shy away from the business. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what to say, but then if I sit down and think about it, there's plenty I can share. I just shy away from it. So, mine is sharing daily. I also totally see a difference in enrollment when I share daily. Like I enroll when I share. So, sharing and being bold is another one. So I tend to shy away from it. So, that's mine.
I have a little question. You said like the balance.
Mhm.
Okay, I also shy away from sharing about the business because I feel like it makes Plexus seem less authentic and like more of a pyramid scheme and more of a money grabber. So how do you like go about it and like not portraying it as that?
Sunny, do you want to go first? If like you're nodding your head like you want to talk, so would love your input, but I'm happy to share too.
I like that question too.
I think it's weird if you make it weird. So, maybe even I like to speak to my skeptics. I like to talk to them. Not directly, obviously, but like when I'm creating a video or when I'm thinking about the business or I'm thinking about sharing it, I'm thinking about, I realize some of you guys see this as a pyramid scheme, or, like, I don't know. I think it's an authenticity thing, Maggie. Like, if you're sharing about what it's doing for you and you're sharing a story about what it's done for others, like, no skeptic can take that away from you. Like, no skeptic can take away the fact that I have been able to pay off over $50,000 worth of student loan debt, right? Like, so, like, I lean back on that. Like, and then sharing it authentically. How do you want to share it? How do you think? I mean, because your brain, your generation, the way who you're talking to is different than mine. And so how do you want to share the business? I want to learn from you, really.
I okay, I feel like my generation is very skeptical and we're also like very confrontational. I have noticed that. Like I feel like your guys' generations, you like beat around the bush more and mine just does not at all. And so that's super intimidating. And like I had people contact me after the cruise and they're like, that's fake. Like that was not free. Or like that or not like fake, but basically saying like the way that I portrayed it was just like really sugarcoating it. And I was like, no, like that was free. And Kaden got to go for free too. And they're like, how much did Kaden have to pay? And I was like, no, like erase the all. Like it's so real.
Okay,
Um,
that right there. Make the video, Maggie.
okay. That's another thing. I've never made a reel of me talking ever. Ever. I can't bring myself to do it.
I said that
Oh,
too.
you did it. You did it. You went and said the can't word in front of me. You realize what you did, right? You realize what you just did, Maggie.
So
I
now
know.
we all can't wait to see a reel.
I know. I don't work tomorrow either, so now you'll have me thinking about this.
Perfect.
Okay, so maybe
Maggie,
that's what
what
it
if
is.
you like got with Abby and y'all did something together?
Yeah.
Because like
Abby,
even when
did you
like
see
me and
Abby?
Lauren do stuff together, I feel like if there's power in numbers.
Did you see Abby's on her esthetician account?
No.
She did like a, you guys can watch it tonight. It's super short, but it's on her esthetician account, which I think is genius. Like, I don't even think she uses her
Is
personal
that on
account.
Instagram?
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
Lauren, do you follow it? Or
Yep,
I
I do.
saw you comment on something, maybe.
Yep, I do follow her.
But it was just like chat with me about Plexus, and it was like so it's like natural, super comfy. Like the setup was literally just like this in her kitchen, like, and that was it. And I think she
Is it
got,
a reel?
yeah, I think the
Oh
what's
yeah.
it called? Like the thumbnail of it is just like chat with me about Plexus or something like that.
I love it.
Yeah, listen to me
Something I
chat
was
about.
talking to Lauren about is how my sister is on TikTok way more than I am, but like TikTok is just very like organic and natural and just saying it like it is. And I feel like that is a great way to talk about Plexus. Like
Yeah.
explain to people how it works because one of those marketing things is like, if you don't communicate, people will fill in the communication gaps with something negative. And so if you're just upfront about this is how it works, this is how I get paid, this is what this ship looked like and how I got on it for free, and just like it or not, this is how it is. Like, this is facts.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are boosting my confidence, so this is good.
Good. You should be confident. You're very good at what you do.
You are natural. So
Trust
Yeah.
And
yourself.
being fresh out of high school, I'm just like, oh, these people probably think I'm like going crazy, but it's okay.
who
Okay.
who are these people? Like your
People that I will never talk to again.
You know what's crazy? Like, it's different seeing it from this side because, like, we see what's possible, blah, blah, blah. I wish I had started when I, like, wasn't even on my radar to start something like this at 18. Wish people were talking about it. People weren't because it wasn't really, I don't know, it was just different then. It was older women that sold Mary Kay and Pampered Chef. I don't want to say older. There were younger people doing it too. But I just, in my mind, it was like my mom's type of business. And man, how awesome to have gotten in at 18, honestly. And you have like such an audience. You just have to build their belief that they can do it too. Like, you got to show them, like, yes, this is real. Yes, this is real money. Yes, this is free trips. Because like Sunny said, they are going to be skeptical of a lot of things. So you got to address it, call it out, what they might be thinking, so that you can help build their belief like this is legit and it's something I could do. Because you have a gold mine of this generation that's already on social media anyways. Like, they're growing up with people selling stuff on social media. So that's a gold mine.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think
Okay,
too, you
guys.
have to show up with confidence.
Yeah.
I feel like that is huge when you're on social media. I feel like if you show up and you're like, I mean, not you specifically, Maggie, but I know it can feel like when you're showing up, like, this is my pink drink. You might not like it and it may not be good and, blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Talk about like all the great things about it and get excited about it. I had to, like, in my head this week, go back to when I first started, because I've been doing this for 10 years. So the majority of the major changes I saw were 10 years ago. And I had to kind of get back into my head, like, what was that like to go off my medication? What was that like to not need like allergy meds and have dark circles under my eyes? I kind of just had to get back there because that is exciting to me. And I know everybody's talking about their allergies right now. So you got to show up with excitement and confidence. I think that's huge, because if you're shying away from it, you're not going to convince anybody that this is all that great.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks, guys. You can keep going. I forgot what we were even doing. I think
No, I
actions
I
were
want
pretty-
conversation.
Right.
I want everybody to be off mute. Everybody talk. Erica, are you with us?
Is Erica in the room?
Her picture's in the room. May have to get her info later. I know she sent me a screenshot because she had side-by-side Zoom and this April business action, so she may have gotten caught up. Who else wants to share, though, about one thing that moves the needle for you that you want to commit to daily?
Oh, did I share mine already?
No,
No,
you
I didn't. I am going to continue my series of I just need a good blank. That's working for me because it's helping me remember all the different products and why I love them. And again, it's more of that stuff that I was talking with Maggie, what I was saying, like just being direct with people and not like trying to frou it up. Like, just here it is. This is why I love this. Take it or leave it, Anyway, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm getting good energy from doing that, and that helps me get into conversations with people. So I'm doing.
Awesome. Love it. Good. Jill, I feel like you shared and I don't know if I wrote it down. Did
Oh
you
my goodness. I'm just kidding.
Did you share?
I did share.
Yeah, about showing up in social media. That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to commit to like messaging, 20 people a day,
Wow.
at least for 5 days. Because that's really helped me. I got a lot of no's, a lot of not right now and all that mess, which I expect that to happen because that's just how it is. And so, but then I did have some like, maybe later. And so I went back to those on the sale and I had, to decide,
You know,
Tuesday night. So,
I really view messaging as not as like an opportunity for people to be like, yeah, I want to do this, but
mhm,
as an invitation for them to follow along with what I'm posting after I've messaged them. Because
mhm,
a lot of people will be, yeah, like, no, not now. But
right,
they're paying closer attention to your Plexus post after you've.
right. That's right.
So I think that's awesome. Even if
Yeah.
it's all 20 no's, I think that's awesome.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
How
just,
do you
yeah.
doing that?
But it brings awareness, and I'd rather than be aware, like you say, than looking at my post, and then I've asked them because I had one girl. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got some friends that use it. I'll think about it." So that way, I've asked them first, with hopes that if they decide, they'll come back to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah.
And two, something that I noticed this week, and I'm sure I've noticed it before, like if you have somebody, like I've sent out lots of carts last week, like, and you can't just every day go, hey, you gonna click that link? Hey, you gonna get in there and order that stuff? You cannot do that. But a way that you can send them a subliminal message is go comment on their post, comment on their story, because then they're like, oh, I need to get back to her. Oh, I need to
That's right.
respond to
Yeah.
her.
Be in
that
there.
that has not that I'm trying to be sneaky or anything like that, but
You just want to
I
be
do
on the
the same thing. I mean, I will forget that I've told somebody something and
Yeah.
then, they'll comment and I'm like, oh, I need to respond back to her.
Mhm.
Gotta watch out for that sneaky page.
Yeah, sneaky page.
She'll hit her goals and go to bed. All right.
Listen, it should not be any surprise to y'all that I'm going to bed at 9:30. Like it is what it is.
I
No
was
matter
laughing.
what's happening
That's me
around me,
too.
going to bed at 9:30.
I love it. All right. Morgan, is there anything you wanted to share? I'm pulling y'all out of your comfort zones probably a little bit.
So I would say my biggest thing is going back to, I feel like it sounds stupid, but like baby steps. I would say my daily goal, I was writing down, would be to go back to the beginning and research and learn more about the products because kind of like Maggie, my biggest thing is like building the confidence because like I've had people that are like, oh, that's just a pyramid scheme, or like, oh, I mentioned something about I wanted to go to a convention, and they're like, that's like a cult thing. Just to be able to be like, hey, yeah, like, and stuff, and just building the confidence because I've told Paige a couple weeks ago or whatever last month, I feel like I kind of slacked off like in November, December, and then so basically I feel like I'm kind of starting over. Like I have a couple of people that just to be able to be like, okay, yeah, I can, fully commit to being like, I know XYZ about the product that I can confidently sell it to you.
Yeah.
So instead
Awesome.
of you being like, what is this? And being like, well, I know it's this, but I can't just be like, but XYZ.
Yeah.
So
And
one products a day to like restudy and learn more about. So fact sheets.
yes. There's a girl too on YouTube. She's a pharmacist and she breaks down the products if you enjoy the science. And I can share her link. I can't think of her name off the top of my head.
Okay.
But she does product breakdown
Ellie
videos.
Holst.
Yeah, can you share that with me?
Yeah, I'll just put it in the
That
chat.
sounds amazing. Okay.
Yes. She is phenomenal.
Okay.
At the same time, don't overthink it because most people don't care. I learned this the hard way. I'm a green personality. I love the science. Like to me, the science proves that the products are great because of how they work. And I used to go on a spiel about the science. And what I found was some people do want to deep dive and want to have those conversations, but most people want to know, like, is it going to work for them? How are they going to feel? What changes are they going to see? And so if people ask, questions about, what it is you're taking, you could totally start if you wanted to, like, I'm taking these supplements that I started because I had really bad allergies and my hormones were out of whack, and they helped me so much bring those things back into balance. And you could ask them, like, I'm happy to send you some science, info on these products if you're interested in that. But I was vomiting. I wish I could show you all the messages. that I was vomiting science on people, and I was losing people because they actually didn't care about the science, turns out. But it is good to understand the products. And there's, info sheets, YouTube, lots of great ways to learn about it.
I also feel like people really respect when you're like, actually, I don't have all the details, but I will get back to you. Like, that's a perfectly okay thing to say. Like, I know some, but I want to learn a little bit more about this so I can help you with your specific issue because I'm still learning every single day and I've been doing this for 10 years. Okay. Each individual person's different and they got a different thing going on, and I'm having to look up what I think is going to work best for them. That's totally normal. You're not ever going to make it and know all the things. So don't wait for that. Also, you guys keep bringing up pyramid schemes. If you haven't just like looked up the differences between MLMs and pyramid schemes and just like put those in your brain, like what the differences are, because pyramid schemes are completely illegal, right? So that's the first thing. But like you can go on the Light Hope and Health page, I just went back and typed in pyramid scheme. And I've posted several times, several different things about the differences between MLM and pyramid scheme. It's really good to like, I think, put those in your gut and be like, no, dude, I mean, I'm sorry you think that. And that's a common thing that people say, but that's not what this is. And you can just know the differences, like have them internalized. When it comes up, you don't get that, oh, I don't know what to say feeling. You're prepared.
Point. Pyramid schemes don't actually sell products either. You just get money for signing people up. Awesome. Okay, Sunny, can you scroll back up just a little bit? I think that we covered most of the stuff at the top. You can fill this out. Okay. Also, I'm going to help blank achieve blank. I'm going to help Paige achieve re-ranking Emerald. Like fill those in for people. And you may not have anybody yet. You may not have anybody, but a good goal would be like constantly thinking, who am I going to get to fill in? Whose names am I going to fill in this month? Like constantly, who can I help sign one person? Okay. Who can I help then go silver after that? To be thinking. Okay. And then customers, I'm going to consistently follow up with people you signed up last month. You don't want to drop them hot this month. You want them to continue to reorder this month. I was actually going over retention rates with my coach, and our first month retention rate is awesome. It's 60%. So that means people are 60% of people that join are reordering the next month. After that, it dropped to 20 something percent. He's like, we need to work on this. And then the third month, it goes back up to 31%. I'm not sure why, but a great goal is just helping people the first 3 months, really making sure that they are in a routine of loving their products, because statistically, I think it's 90% of people that order the first 3 months are still ordering 12 months later. So helping those people really get good the first 3 months is important, that customer service and customer care. Okay. And actually, I put a checklist on this page further down. We'll look at it in a second. So if you're like, I don't know how to take care of my customers, here's just some tips for getting them started. Okay. So if we scroll on down a little bit, you'll see this box, April 1st through 5th. These boxes look the same. There's like the first week is like, starts on Tuesday, and through Saturday. So I have one for each week of the month. And these are just things that I think really help to move the needle. So here's what I got. Business posts and stories. Okay, you can divide it up. You might have some posts or some stories, but touching on the business 3 times. We'll talk about what that can look like in just a minute. Product and stories. Touching on the products 3 times. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about 2 combos that really are beneficial to you and or your audience, the people you're talking to. And I want you to focus on those 2 combos. I don't want you to feel like you have to share every Plexus product there is. I want you to focus on those 2 combos. Maybe it's for women in perimenopause or menopause or weight loss or whatever people your age, whatever, 2 combos. And then I want you to pick 2 or 3 add-on products to that. So 2 combos, 2 or 3 add-on products. When you're going to focus and to post about the products, I want you to focus here. try to laser in. That way you're like not looking at all the 5 million combos we have and not knowing how to touch on it. But when you repeatedly share, because not everybody's gonna catch it the first time, but when you repeatedly share about a product, it's just helping to build belief in that product and excitement around that product. So you pick what's good for you. And ways that I recommend sharing about that, we have graphics, and graphics are a great support. If you're not on the Heart resource page, let us know and we'll add you. It's called the Heart resource page. And that's where we go and just put like, there's one section and it's product graphics for stories. One section that's like Square product graphics, getting started guides. That's where we keep it all so people aren't just like commenting everywhere, making a mess. I love sharing those, but I really think it's great if first you're showing up, and I would do this at least once a week, and showing how you're taking the products or mixing the products. So like, for example, this morning in my store, actually, I didn't talk about it this morning, but okay, a couple days ago, I showed myself making up a collagen and pink drink and active all mixed together, my ice and my water. Sorry, I took a picture of it and then like I posted a little blurb about the 3 things I put in it. And then after that, that's a great place to insert graphics. At least this is just how I do it. You don't have to do it just like me. But don't just use graphics, okay? Graphics aren't really going to sell. If you're trying to avoid being salesy, then you don't want to just post graphics because that would be salesy. Being personable and relatable is showing what you're using and why you're using it and why you're loving it, or what your customer just started on. I think that's a great thing to do. If you have somebody that signs up, share that you have a customer that was struggling with A, B, and C, and they're getting started on these products. And then support it with those graphics when you're sharing. Okay, business reach outs. These feel scary sometimes, right? But I want to encourage you, and you may say, hey, I want to hit my goals quicker. I'm here to go faster. So you may want to increase this. This is 5 business reach outs a week. Or maybe you're like, I'm not here to go all the way. You know, it's up to you what you're doing. But business reach outs, this can be as simple as, hey, this may or may not be for you. I'm really honest when I send these. So I'm like, I was really nervous to send this message, but I think that you would be great at this business because you are fun, you're influential, and you're an honest and genuine person. And I think that would make you super successful. Is this something you would ever consider? And start the conversation with those messages. I don't ever want prayer to feel like a checklist item, but there is so much power in prayer in your business. And I was talking, who was I talking to? It was a diamond recently. And she said, was it Madison? She said, you need to be praying very specifically to God about what you want in your business. Like you want somebody that is looking to, whatever it is you're looking for in a business builder or in your business that is lacking. Maybe it's areas you're struggling. Pray for those things specifically. Pray about your goals. And so, like I said, I kind of at first felt weird putting this on as a checklist, but I think it's such an important part. And before you should be praying about your business, I hope that you're praying about other things in your life too. If you pray, if you're the praying type and you have a faith, then I think that's invaluable in your business. Customer or prospect follow-up. So that's following up. I put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but maybe you do follow up Monday, like Maggie does, and maybe you check all of those off if you have customers to reach out to on Monday. And then expanding your circle. This is just on social media. This is adding friends. Maybe that's where it shows up suggested friends, on Facebook where it suggests friends, or mutual friends, or maybe you're getting in groups. I'm in like sourdough bread groups. So maybe it's having conversations with people in there and adding them. I'm in a Nashville mom group, and oftentimes there's mom asking about immune health and all that. And so I will comment on, try to kind of just have a conversation with them. I'm not pushing Plexus. I'll share with them what I'm doing for us. But then adding them as friends and just expanding that circle. Podcast. Did I say anything about podcast? I'll send in the leaders thread some podcasts that I really like. Okay. Questions about those? Okay. Sunny, do you mind scrolling down just a little bit? Down to, I think the next one actually is just customer check-ins. Yep, down. And I don't know why this translated so funky. This graph looked great when I saved it, but I may need to go back and edit it. Anyways, you can use this. There's a spot for as you sign up new customers, or you can plug it in with customers from last month. Their name, and then that first one is accountability partner. You can go down to the bottom where I put that asterisk. You can simply say, do you have a friend? Oh, yeah, it's right there under the graph. Do you have a friend you'd like to do this with as an accountability partner? And hopefully they say, maybe I can think about it. You could always say, and this, I took this from Patricia Rager, which if you are not familiar with her, she is on fire. I think they added like 2,300 new customers or something this month. Crazy. She said this is what they're doing. They're saying, shoot them a message and say, I just bought some new Plexus products. I'm excited to start. Order the same thing I did and let's get healthy together. That's what she's encouraging people to say when they sign up, and finding, somebody to do that with them. Okay. And then there's just, add the customer page. I'll put up the new 100 PV giveaway tomorrow. You can tag them in that just so they can get in on our fun community as they get started. I've started checking their tracking, and you can write down what day in this column, what day their package is supposed to be delivered. That way you can follow up. I personally have found that when I say, let me know when your package arrives, they don't let me know when their package arrives. So instead I say, hey, I see your package is arriving tomorrow, or I see your package arrived today, and do that. Send a getting started guide, which you can find on the resource page. And then just follow-ups, whether that's once a week. It depends on kind of what products that they're on, but I typically follow up about twice that first week and make sure they're on a good routine with their products. Anything anybody wants to add there for their new customers and getting them started? Okay. And then below, potentials I'm talking to this month. That's just because if you don't write it down, you'll forget, because I do. So write them down. You might even come back to them in 2 months. But if you don't have it written down, then you won't remember. And then you can write down what it was they were curious about, whether that's a business or certain products. Anyways, this is just one way to have this all in one place. Questions or thoughts? Oh, and then I'll show you the fun prizes. Sunny, is there any chance you could share over on the business page? I feel like these are big prizes, but I love prizes. So every week, if you finish it, take a picture of it finished, of it completed, and we'll have a place where you can share on Friday in the leaders thread, and I will do a drawing each week. And I thought these were some fun prizes. You could do an Amazon gift card, or a Plexus hat, or a Plexus sweatshirt. I love those too. Or some of the Amika dry shampoo, which is a really great dry shampoo as well. And so fun prizes. Like I said, when you finish for the week, take a picture, post it in the leader thread, and you will go into the drawing for that weekend for a prize you could pick. Okay. I don't know if y'all like prizes, but I sure do.
I love them.
We're doing them good. And you can pick your colors on the hat and the sweatshirt. You don't have to pick those colors. Those are just colors that I liked and picked, but you can take a pick. My goal is for us to just get into that same action we had the past few days, instead of like being like, okay, end of March is over. Like, let's use that momentum and keep it going and show up in April too. Okay. You got anything else for us? Okay. Also was thinking, and I'll share it in the leaders thread. I was also thinking about making some business story graphics from everybody in our business. And it doesn't have to be like I make $1 million now. It could be she was a teacher in student loan debt and needed additional income, and like more of why somebody started Plexus and their background, as opposed to she's making $1 million, but sharing why they got started. Maybe other people resonate with that as well. So I'll get that information and stuff, and it'll probably just be like a little story template. Everybody can plug in their own stuff and we can share each other's. Okay. All right. Well, I don't have it. Sunny, do you have anything else? Paige, do you have anything else you want to share?
Thanks for putting this together, Lauren. I was
Okay.
saying in the chat, like, it would take me 3,000 years plus 10 to do what she put together today, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, and I would never get that put together.
You know, I love that stuff. So works out
We all
well.
have our strengths.
Right. We'll have our strengths. Yep. Awesome.
Some
All right,
of
well,
us,
ladies.
like Lauren, have more than others. Some of you have more talent than others. Like, anyway, sorry.
Well, you know, if it's fun, I like to do it. I like to do it. Okay. Okay, one more thing. Can you stop the recording?
Yes.
And I want